Hello, fellow Globetrotters. Welcome to a journey around the world from the comfort of your screen. Our voyage today takes us to the four corners of the globe as we delve into the fascinating world of geography and culture. In this series, we'll be uncovering intriguing and less-known facts about every single country in the world. We're starting at the very top of the list, alphabetically, with the first 50 nations. From the rugged landscapes of Afghanistan to the azure Caspian coastline of Azerbaijan, we're leaving no stone unturned. Each country is a treasure trove of stories, and we're here to tell them. So get ready to embark on this exciting journey. You're in for a treat as we unravel the tapestry of the world, one country at a time. So buckle up and prepare for an adventure around the globe. Our first stop is Afghanistan, where the national sport is a game called buzkashi. This sport, which translates to goat pulling, involves horse-mounted players attempting to place a goat carcass in a goal. Fascinating, isn't it? We then move to Albania, a country that boasts more than 250 sunny days a year. It's known as the hidden pearl of the Mediterranean, with stunning beaches and beautiful mountains. Next is Algeria, the largest country in Africa and the 10th largest in the world. Did you know that Algeria's Sahara Desert is so vast it could fit the entire United States within its borders? Then we have Andorra, one of the smallest countries in the world, nestled between France and Spain. Despite its size, it has the highest life expectancy in the world. Moving to Angola, we find that despite its challenging history, it's one of Africa's major oil producers and has rich natural resources, including diamonds. Heading over to the Caribbean, we find Antigua and Barbuda, a nation known for its stunning beaches. With exactly 365 of them, there's a beach for every day of the year. Argentina, famed for its tango dance, is our next stop. This South American nation is the 8th largest in the world and is home to diverse climates, from the tropical north to the icy south. Next, we arrive in Armenia, one of the oldest countries in the world. It was the first to declare Christianity as its national religion, back in the 4th century. Australia is our next destination. This country is actually a continent, and it's the only one that is governed as a single entity. It's also home to the world's largest coral reef system, the Great Barrier Reef. And that rounds up our first 10 countries, from Afghanistan to Azerbaijan. But wait, we almost missed Azerbaijan, a country known as the Land of Fire due to its flaming mountains and mud volcanoes. It's also the first Muslim-majority country to have operas, theater, and plays. How about that for a fiery finale? Next up, we're visiting the beautiful Bahamas, where the world's 3rd largest barrier reef can be discovered. This archipelago of 700 islands is known for its stunning beaches and vibrant culture. But did you know that it's also home to the world's largest colony of pink flamingos? From there, we fly to Bahrain, a small island country in the Persian Gulf. This nation boasts a rich history dating back 5,000 years when it was known as Dilmun. It's also the first Gulf state to discover oil, but today its economy is diversifying into banking and tourism. Bangladesh is our next stop, a country that's home to the world's largest river delta, the Sundarbans, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This South Asian country is also known for its vibrant textile industry, producing some of the world's finest fabrics. Then we head to Barbados, the birthplace of rum. This Caribbean island is also known for its Crop Over Festival, a summer-long celebration of the end of the local sugarcane harvest. Journeying to Europe, we find Belarus, the last European country that still uses the death penalty. Despite its tumultuous history, Belarus is also known for its rich culture, particularly in music and arts. We then land in Belgium, a country that produces more than 220,000 tons of chocolate per year, and is famous for its waffles, fries, and beer. It's also the headquarters of the European Union and NATO. Our last stop in this leg of our journey is Bhutan, the only country in the world that absorbs more CO2 than it gives out, making it not just carbon neutral, but carbon negative. Bhutan is also the only country in the world to measure its success not in GDP, but in gross national happiness. And that's our journey from the Bahamas to Bhutan. Moving on, we find ourselves in Bolivia, where the country's official name is the Plurinational State of Bolivia. This acknowledges the 36 indigenous groups that make up its rich and diverse population. An intriguing detail about Bolivia is that its largest lake, Lake Titicaca, is not only the highest navigable lake in the world, but also said to be the birthplace of the Inca civilization. Next, we land in Bosnia and Herzegovina, known for its stunning landscapes and unique blend of cultures. Did you know it's home to the last remaining jungle in Europe, called Perusica? And it's not just a few trees, it's a sprawling forest teeming with diverse wildlife. We now journey to Botswana, a landlocked country known for its diamond mining and vast wildlife reserves. It's also home to the world's largest salt pans, the Makgadigadi pans. These salt pans are so large they can be seen from space. Our next stop is Brazil, the largest country in South America and the fifth largest in the world. Brazil's Amazon rainforest is home to a tenth of all known species on Earth. And let's not forget, Brazil is the birthplace of the samba, a lively, rhythmical dance that seduced the world. The small but mighty nation of Brunei comes next. Known for its wealth due to oil and gas reserves, Brunei is one of the few countries in the world with a higher number of cars than people. Quite fascinating, isn't it? Sweeping into Bulgaria, we find a country rich in history and culture. It's also the only country in Europe that hasn't changed its name since it was first established, nearly 14 centuries ago. We then venture to Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa known for its rich cultural traditions. It's named after two of its native languages, Burkina meaning men of integrity in Mossi, and Faso meaning father's house in Dioula. Finally, we reach Burundi, one of the smallest countries in Africa. Despite its size, it's densely populated and famous for its traditional drumming, recognized by UNESCO as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. And that's a wrap from Bolivia to Burundi. Now we're heading to the islands of Cabo Verde, where the music genre morna was born, a style often compared to the blues for its melancholic and soulful tunes. Moving on to the ancient nation of Cambodia, did you know that the country boasts the largest religious monument in the world, Angkor Wat? This temple complex spans over 400 square kilometers. Cameroon is our next stop, often referred to as Africa in miniature because it encompasses all the continent's climates and ecosystems: coast, desert, mountains, rainforest, and savanna. As we cross the Atlantic to Canada, we find the world's longest coastline stretching over 200,000 kilometers, enough to circle the globe over 5 times. Our journey continues in the Central African Republic, a land teeming with natural beauty, including one of the most important wildlife reserves in the world, the Zanga-Sanga Reserve, home to forest elephants and western lowland gorillas. Next, we enter the arid landscapes of Chad, where Lake Chad, once one of Africa's largest lakes, has shrunk by 90% in the past 50 years. As we head south to Chile, we discover that this country is home to the world's driest desert, the Atacama, where some areas have never recorded rainfall. Let's move east now to China, the country with the highest population in the world, boasting over 1.4 billion people. Our next stop is Colombia, the only country in South America that has coastlines on both the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. The Comoros Islands, off Africa's east coast, are our next stop. These islands are the world's largest producer of ylang-ylang, a flower used in perfumery. We now find ourselves in the heart of Africa in Congo-Brazzaville, one of the world's top producers of potash, used for fertilizer. Our last stop for today is the Dominican Republic, known for its beautiful beaches and the merengue dance, which originated here. And that concludes our journey from Cabo Verde to the Dominican Republic. Wow! What a journey we've had, exploring the first 50 countries of the world. We've traveled from the rugged mountains of Afghanistan to the sun-soaked beaches of the Dominican Republic, delving into fascinating, lesser-known facts about each nation. We've uncovered hidden gems, debunked myths, and hopefully ignited your curiosity about these diverse cultures and landscapes. But our voyage doesn't end here. There's a whole world out there, waiting to reveal its secrets. In part 2 of our series, we'll continue our global exploration, uncovering more intriguing facts about the remaining countries. If you've enjoyed our journey so far and don't want to miss out on the fun, make sure to subscribe. We'd also love to hear from you. Where are you from? Did you learn something new about your country today? Or perhaps you have an interesting fact of your own to share. So that's it for part 1 of our global journey. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll continue our quest for knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment about your country. Until then, keep exploring.